In the last video, I shared some secrets on how to interpret the image captured. You can't fully appreciate the interpretation without talking about the values associated with the ECG paper and the image produced. Let us begin with the ECG paper. The ECG paper is made up of small square and large square. And as you can remember from elementary school, a square is any shape that has equal length and breadth. You can easily identify the big square by the thicker border of line surrounding them. The length of a small square is equal to 1 millimeter. The length of a big square is equal to 5 millimeter. Apart from distance measured in millimeter, you can also use time and amplitude to reference the ECG paper. The time is measured in seconds, which is in the horizontal axis, while the amplitude is measured in millivolts, which is in the vertical axis. One small pulse is equal to 0.04 seconds. Since there are 5 small pulses inside one big pulse in the horizontal axis, you multiply 5 by 0.04 seconds to get 0.2 seconds for one big pulse. Looking at the vertical axis, one small pulse is equal to 0.1 millivolts. And since there are 5 small pulses inside one big pulse, you multiply 0.1 millivolts times 5, which will give you 0.5 millivolts for the big pulse. Now that we have talked about the ECG paper, let's briefly talk about the ECG leads and their value. Normal PRO interval is between 0.12 seconds to 0.20 seconds. Using the small pulses to measure it, it means that you will find 3 to 5 small pulses between the PRO interval. A normal QRS complex should be less than 0.12 seconds. Using small pulses, this should be less than 3 small pulses. A normal RO interval, which is usually used to measure the heart rate, should be between 0.6 seconds to 1 seconds. Measuring with small pulses, that should be between 15 small pulses to 25 small pulses. Measuring with big pulses, that should be between 3 big pulses to 5 big pulses. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I know it's not easy for you to grab this at first, but knowing the facts will help you understand how to interpret ECG better. See you in my next video.